Back-to-back installments here. So I just left the beach area, and instead of taking the road back to the vehicle, I decided to take a trail. So the road is to the right of me. I'll name it correctly, but Beaver Bay Beach is where I was at, where I'm leaving from. And here's the trail coming back up towards the car. First time I've been on this trail, but it's pretty green, pretty lush. We're having a pretty dry May. But as I was coming down here, I was thinking it'd be nice if there's a trail that paralleled the road. And somebody got a trail that parallels the road. It's much nicer than the road. Obviously the road's blocked off and it's a camping road, so the alternate route isn't that bad. But I figured I'd video because this is also pretty. Good dog. So Farragut State Park, I will have to get myself a map of this park, because I know there's many of these really nice trails. It's great for bicycle, mountain biking I should say, hiking. These are my favorite kind of trails. Find some wooded forest. Say I want to get from one end of that wooded forest to the other. Map out a trail. Voila. Good way to spend time, get some exercise. Sorry about the little bit heavy breathing. Bit of a climb up from the bottom at the lake level. And once I got up onto this trail, I figured, you know what, this is a nice little addition. I'll tag this on. I think I'll go up to, I think a sign's coming up here, but I'll video a little longer, share some of this later evening sun poking through the forest here. Oh, lovely, some distribution lines. Gotta love that. 3-phase power coming through the park. So for me, that always makes good sense. Good fire barrier, and modern conveniences need power. Let's see what we got here. We got a sign. So this one looks like it's pretty well marked. So I'm looking at this. 67 is the trail I just came up, or 61 I guess, just came up from. If I'm reading that right. 66. Looks like it follows the power line back down, and then I just came up from the beach area, so that sign's pretty good. I know just by proximity, to go back down this trail, following this power line, I'll run back into the paved road, so not that exciting, but I think I'll just carry it a little further to make sure that I'm right, in case somebody wants to make this loop. Oh, look at this. The trail veers off back into the forest. So far, so good. Kind of glad it's veering to the left into the forest, because it's a little bit of a walk down from the main road where it's gated down to where I was at. So going right back to the road isn't perfect, but as I'm looking ahead, I see pavement. So we'll get you down to the road. You can get an idea what this park road looks like. It's typical of the park roads. Farragut State Park, actually, if I was better at YouTube, I'd link it down on the bottom. Probably should learn to do that, but look it up. There's a lot of history, and it's a pretty interesting story behind this park. I think the biggest inland naval base in the United States. So they just picked this spot next to the water to train people for the wars, world wars. I don't know, I'm thinking World War I and II, and we're quite a ways inland from the coast. So the thinking was, hey, we need to, in fact, I think this is a joint base as I'm thinking about it. So probably Army, Navy, but regardless, they built this really gigantic training base here, far enough inland that if we were stormed on the shores, the west coast, we'd have a lot of ground before they got into this base. And if you look on the map, there really is no reason to have a base here other than remote, far away from everything. On the far end of the Farragut State Park, there's actually kind of a neat spot where they trained with turrets, guns, up over the water, obviously for self-defense, but more I think is a training exercise. But the quarters, foundation, and some of the gun steel is still there. Obviously no guns are in place, but kind of cool. And there's pretty good placards for history as you're walking around the park. And I've been to quite a few places in the park, but I'm no expert. I just have been here quite a few times for playing in the snow a bit, company picnics, still catching my breath, camping, boating, just playing. But right now, I was up north, pretty close to Farragut State Park. And I thought, you know what, I think I'll drive that extra little bit and go to the park and let the dog stretch her legs out a bit, stretch my legs out a bit. Take a look at the area. I haven't been up here in a little bit. It's probably been since last fall, maybe last summer. And then on the east side of the park is a nice little town as well. I'll probably drive through there just because I'm this close to it. First time I went to Bayview, Idaho, was the nice little town. Was for 4th of July street dance and parade. And I'd never been to here. It's a pretty neat little gem here in the middle of the woods, North Idaho. All right, I think that's the road, as you can see. I'm gonna sign off here. Thanks for spending some time with me. Greater Spokane, signing off for the day. Bye now.